beer, which gyrates from sweet and malty to a bitter flavor, has been an all-time favorite among India's pubgoers. But women are now gaining representation in the nation's male-dominated brewing industry. In India, where some 99% of women refrain from consuming alcohol, according to government figures, women like Lynette Pires stand tall as trailblazers and anomalies. Shifting from her role as a pharmaceutical researcher to becoming a beer brewer was difficult amidst largely conservative India's social mores.
So my parents were just like, what? Because I was coming from, analyzing all these samples in pharma, like coming from pure R&D. And here I'm like saying, okay, I'm gonna go and make beer. And I started right from the bottom, so I was interning, so I took a huge drop down and started from the bottom as well. So yeah, I think they were skeptical. But yeah, I mean, over time, like today, they're my biggest supporters, and I'm very happy.
Four years ago, she founded the Women Brewers Collective, which, along with more than a dozen other women working in the city's brew pubs, aims to smooth the path for those who come next. Her path to becoming the brewer at a burgeoning outdoor beer garden in the city's south forced her to assert herself over male colleagues who refused to take her seriously.
I'm much younger than the room that I'm in, and then I'm also a woman, so standing there in maybe mostly a male-dominated room and trying to get your opinion across, or trying to get them to listen to what you're saying and take it a certain way. That took the first time was a bit of a learning, and then you have to learn how to overcome those and move past it or deal with it, and then control the room.
Pires and her group of women dedicated to brewing good quality beer want to pave way for those who wish to become part of a male-dominated industry.
I definitely want to be a role model for other women brewers. Likewise with, I'm sure everyone in the collective feels that way as well, because that's what it's all about as well, kind of to inspire and help and, develop other women who are kind of entering the industry.
Among women like Pires is Varsha Bhatt, often named a rarity in India's beer scene, as a woman who brews alcohol and drinks it. The 38-year-old had for years weathered barbs from male peers, questioning whether she had the muscles to carry hefty bags of hops or was calm enough to deal with the job's pressures. But after a decade in the industry, she has risen to become head brewer at one of Bengaluru's most popular pubs, catering for the city's moneyed young tech workers.
Like I said, there's nothing like a woman can't do. From recipe development to the physical work to managing a team.
She and many others have managed to gradually break the myth in India's conservative circles that women cannot be part of the beer brewing community.
Women have taken that step, we've taken that step to come forward and say that, hey, we can do it, So that's something that has happened over the years, and I think each one of us have inspired each other to sort of get to that point.
Women have been the pillars of the brewing industry since ancient times. The first recorded beer recipe is thought to have been written on a piece of clay in 1800 BC as an ode to Ninkasi, the Sumerian goddess of beer. Around the same time in Mesopotamia, the Code of Hammurabi, among the earliest known laws, referred to female tavern owners. Girija Chatty despises the beer is a man's drink label, often misattributed by people unaware of this fact in India.
And people need to realize that even if it was by accident, it was a woman who brewed beer. So how can you just take it away from us? We gave bread, we gave grains a new life, and that's how the world is enjoying it. So I find it crazy and a little immature and ignorant when people say it's a man's drink.
But women who visit India's bars for a drink are often not given the respect that they deserve. Chatty cites the regular instance of waiters reflexively handing the drinks menu to any man seated at the table, rather than the woman who asked for it in the first place. She calls for more acceptance of women and reminds everyone that it is not a competition.
If you want to grow, you want the industry to grow, then please accept the women. Give them a chance. And sometimes, and many a times, they're far more qualified than you, they're far more skilled with you. They have something to teach you. It is not about men versus women. It is about giving everyone a chance. And who is the best, let them last.
Drinking is often frowned upon in India, with independence leader Mahatma Gandhi one of the most strident voices in favor of temperance and abolition. India's 1949 constitution enjoins the government to ban drinking except for medicinal purposes, a clause largely ignored except for prohibitions imposed in some states. Even among the small minority of Indians who do drink, the divide between the sexes is stark. Nearly 15 times as many men as women imbibe, according to a government health survey published in 2022. The women pioneers of India's beer brewing industry hope that women get the acceptance they deserve for a job that they can do like any other man, even better at times.